Well, hello everybody. It's been a little while since I've done an update. Just kind of been a little lazy in getting it done, and also I was kind of not looking forward to talking about one particular thing, so I'm going to get it out of the way right off the bat. And that is, the last time I checked in, I said I weighed 281 pounds, which had me losing 79. Well, remember the movie with Mel Gibson where he hits his head on the floor and all of a sudden he can hear women's thoughts? And then a little bit later he falls and hits the floor again, and he can no longer hear their thoughts. I had sort of the same thing happen with my scale. It was sitting by the shower. One day I got up and it was in water. So I got it. It was all goofy. It was doing all kinds of crazy numbers. I dried it off, waited a couple hours, put it back down, and I weighed, and I was like, oh my goodness, I'm 8-9 pounds less than I'd been weighing. There must have been something wrong with the scale. Well, I went with that, and that's what I did my last update. Well, about 2 weeks later, the scale was sitting in the same place, and just like in the movie, it got water on it, and it went crazy, and a few hours later, after it dried off, it went back to weighing the way it was weighing before, so I hadn't lost as much as I thought I had. So that means the last couple of months have been really slow, and I've lost weight. In my last video, I think I was at 298, and I thought I had dropped to 281. And that wasn't true. I was probably at about 292 then, 293, and now I am at 280. So my weight loss this last 2 months has probably been more like a pound a week, pound and a quarter. It has slowed down, and I know that probably if I want to bump that up, I'm going to have to change how I eat some. The outlaw rebel VSG guy I've been, I'm probably going to have to stop doing that and be a little bit more diet conscious. Anyhow, I'll do it. The good news is it's been a long time since I went and bought a pair of pants. The last pair of pants I had been back when I weighed 350, 360, somewhere in there, maybe 340. And I bought them, and I'd been getting them tight, and so I finally decided, all right, I'm going to buy another pair of pants, pair of jeans. So I went to the store, and I'd just been cinching up a belt, putting holes in the belt. I felt like I need a belt, I need some jeans. So I went into the jeans, and the last time I had gotten jeans, I was at a 52-inch waist, 52, 53, I can't remember. I just know it was big, and I've been cinching them up. So I went in there, it's been a couple of years, 2 or 3 years since I was in a size 46 pants, or even a 48. It's probably been a good year and a half. So I went and picked out a couple pairs and took them both in. I got the 48s, 46s, and went into the dressing room, hoping I could get into the 46, and put on the 46 first, and what I realized was they were too big. I was like, wow. The smaller version I thought I was going to need, I needed to go smaller. So I proudly handed them out to my wife, and I said, go get me a 42 and a 40. I haven't seen that in 7-8 years. She comes back, I try them on. The 42s are perfect. I mean, and I said, well, let me try the 40s because I think I'm going to buy something a little bit tighter. I put the 40s on. They were tight, but I could have gotten away with it, but I went, no, let me just go with the 42. So I was very happy that, that's 10, 11, 12 sizes less I'm wearing in pants. I got a new belt, so it didn't look silly. This belt started to wrap all the way around the side of it was starting to come towards the middle of my waist, the end of the belt. So that got silly. So there were some really fun things about, dropping the weight. I guess the disappointing thing was the fact that I was hoping this last 2 months I'd lost more weight, but I know it's going to be different with different people, and it would certainly be different if I was doing better with what I was eating. I know that. I do want to go over here. I've gotten a lot of comments. Now, if you've asked me some questions on YouTube, I've tried to answer those. However, most of the time I have a chance to answer questions. It's at my website, which is bariatricsurgerydiary.com. All the videos are posted there. There's also written things that I put in as well, more before and after pictures, and also that's where I get a lot more comments, and so I reply to those comments more. So if you're watching and you're asking questions on YouTube, I would ask that you go over to my bariatricsurgerydiary.com website to ask questions there. I do see the ones on YouTube. It's just sometimes I don't like to log in to have to figure it out. I know. So anyway, some of the questions I've had here and some of the stuff. This comes from Dan. Terry, I've enjoyed your videos. My doctor asked me if I knew anything about bariatric surgery on a routine appointment, and all I said was, what? So now I've been doing some research. The procedure came across your site. The experience that you put in your videos has been outstanding. I know that the Price's operation is up there. Did you have any problems with your insurance company, or was this out of pocket? That's my main concern, is the cost for the hard times, the world money that doesn't come easy. Once again, thanks for your videos and your experience. And Dan, I wrote in here that the short answer to this was I paid cash for the procedure. So it was a very short time for me. I literally thought about doing it, called the doctor that day. 3 weeks later, I was in surgery. But I did pay cash. I understand not everybody can. I will say this about the surgery. If you've got a credit card and you've got some limit on it, if you've got a relative that'll loan you the money, if there's a bank that you think is not that secure, get the money any way you can. It will be the best money you spent. And if you're going to charge something on the credit card, something that will change your life and maybe save your life, to me, is worth it more than getting a new Sea-Doo. So, keep that in mind. If there's a way to get the money, get the money. If you're going through an insurance company, then what you're going to have is patience, because I know that takes a lot of time, and some insurance companies still do not cover the VSG. They're doing the lap band or the more the gastric bypass, but they're just now coming into the VSG. This is actually from Jay, who's in the United Kingdom. He says, hey, thanks for doing this. Really helped motivate me to keep going with my IVF surgery. I'm going to my first appointment at the hospital tonight. It's a 2-hour seminar with 30 other people. The surgeon doctor's all going to be there. He says, if I'm not scared off, I'm to be invited to what I will imagine will be a screening appointment. And what you asked me about, Jay, I'm going to wrap up here in a second, is take pictures of my meals, make an informative montage, give us an idea of the portions that we can expect to eat. I actually did, my last video was me eating a meal. But on YouTube, I got some people who are like going, oh, you're not choosing the right things, chicken or whatever. And I didn't want to get into a fight about what I was choosing to eat, so I actually deleted the video. Let me suggest someone's video who did this very, very well and took a lot of time to do it. And also you'll see what she is eating 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 months in, so you can get an idea what she'll eat, not the first 2 or 3 months, which is going to be very little, compared to when it gets to more of a normal. And go to YouTube, and in the search box, type in week #47. I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 videos that pop up. Look for a video by Kella Wanda. Kella Wanda. And it's very good. And she must take pictures of 30 different meals she's eaten before and after, and what she, stuff she could eat more of. Very interesting, and I think that'll answer your questions on meal portions. Anyway, there's my latest video, and I'm looking forward to seeing my daughter, Brooke. She's going to be flying out here in a couple of weeks from West Virginia, so we're going to spend about a week with her. And since I saw her last, which was last summer in Las Vegas, which I was at my highest weight, so I'm 80 pounds down from when I saw, almost right at 80 pounds down from the last time I saw my daughter, Brooke. So looking forward to seeing her. That's it. I'll try to update more often, and sorry about taking so long. And everybody, good luck on the procedure. If you're going to get it, I encourage you to go forward. If you've gotten it, hey, we're all together. And if you want to tell me about things that you're going through, I'd love to hear about it. So thanks a lot. We'll see you guys next time.